Ground, but joining us right now is someone who does have considerable medical training, Dr. Ron Paul, chairman of Campaign for Liberty, my former colleague in the United States House of Representatives. Ron, thanks so much for joining us today as you Skype in from Clute, Texas. Good to have you.
Good to be with you, JD.
So this whole notion of an Ebola czar, Ron, do we need one in the first place?
Well, you know, they've been around a bit. I think Republicans in the past have endorsed czars, and they've sort of endorsed this one. They're just wanting to pick their own. But, you know, when I think czar, you know what I think of? The Soviet Union or something like this. I never understood why we like this word czar as being a very positive for government. You know, take over, take charge, and do things. And quite frankly, you know, the real question is whether somebody not in the medical profession would know. But there's more to it than that. What does the military know about it? Sending 3,000 troops into a zone where they're worried about the spread of disease? That didn't make any sense to me either. So I think the approach has been wrong, and I'm hoping that the truth will come out, that I'm closer to my concerns than others, because I have always hoped, maybe it's just hope on my part, that we've overreacted and things aren't quite so bad as has been made out to be.
Well, let me just ask you, and we hope that it doesn't turn out to be as bad as some fears, but if you had to grade the administration on its response thus far, what letter grade would you give them?
Well, I'd give them a failing grade, you know, at least a D or D minus. I guess failing is really an F. But generally, JD, you know, most government bureaucrats, I give them the same grade. You know, you don't have a whole lot of successes. What grade would you give the post office? I wouldn't give the post office a bad as grade, but we wouldn't give them an A+. You know, they don't, you know, do the job. They spend a lot of money and they go into debt. So all agencies of government. What about the Department of Homeland Security and TSA? What kind of grade do we give them? Why should we give a good grade to NSA, whose job, even if they are efficient, they're doing evil to us because they're destroying our privacy and our civil liberty? So I'd be very reluctant to give very many in government a real good grade.
Fair enough, and that's well understood, Ron. Now, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, true to form, had some choice words for Republicans, including a Republican you know pretty well, about what some of the GOP are saying about this Ebola epidemic. Let's listen to what she has to say, then I'd like to get your reaction.
When you have Republican senators like Rand Paul, who's a doctor who should know better, who are saying that you can be 3 feet from someone who has Ebola and actually get it, I mean, that's an example of how Republicans are politicizing this.
So what do you think? She's going after your son, Dr. Rand Paul. Is she accurate in that criticism?
I'd like to think that one was a medical opinion and expressed in sincerity, and another was pure demagoguery coming from a politician who pretends that she knows how to run the Democratic Party. And right now I would say I don't think she qualifies all that well. If you look at the conditions of the Democratic Party, I mean, they're in shambles and they're running for the hills. And you know what they're talking about? She's talking about, well, we're going to be in good shape for 2016. So they've given up on 2014. So I would say that her qualifications for criticizing a medical opinion she has not earned that quality.
About 20 seconds, actually 10 seconds. Do you share Rand's medical opinion on Ebola?
Well, probably not exactly, but I haven't dissected every single thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're up against the break now, Ron. I hate to interrupt, but we're going to bring you back on the other side to talk more about these issues and others. Stay with us.